Good morning and
hola.
Oh gosh, we stopped right when the sun was in our face. It is Sunday morning, so you know what that means. It is walking time.
Walk time.
So we are at the Kennesaw Battlefield today to check it out and see how it is. We haven't been here. I'm pretty sure I've never been here before. Okay. Anyways, hopefully it's gonna be good. I'm hoping it's going to be better than the Chickamauga Battlefield because that was like a mess. And if you haven't seen that yet, we'll link that down in the description below for you guys. And we'll also put it up in the corner, whatever corner it is. I think it's that one. But anyways, we're going to walk around and check it out and see how it is.
At separate times, just irritate people out of running up. It's dog barking on the much smaller than her. They camouflage. They put bushes in front of them so no one could see them.
Oh.
And then they attacked.
Interesting. We've made it to a little path crossing, and you can go to the right or to the left. There's this big, huge monument type thing behind it. Here's the info about it. I always find the artwork, to be interesting. Their interpretation. So I don't know if you can read this, but if you can, this is what it says. Goodness. And then if we just turn over here, there's somebody on this picture.
Colonel Dan. He practiced law with General Sherman.
Well, I feel like everybody practiced law. That was a general or yeah. Yep. But you can't see it. But the tree has broken and has fallen in the way. Oh my gosh. There could be snakes in here.
Well, I'll go first.
OMG, Becky. That didn't mean anything. Tyler, low-key trying to kill me. Looks like we're not the first people to have done this. No. Lots of the leaves are smushed down. Oof, okay.
Got it?
Yep. Cool. Anyway, so we decided to go to the left, in case if you were wondering. So
this is pretty. The little thing wrapping up around the
yeah, that is pretty. This is what we were talking about. But yeah, so the monument is over there, and we just walked down this trail that's not really a trail anymore. So the monument that we were just at, we are watching people, and there's a line or fence blocking it off because you're not supposed to get close to it, and people were just totally going over and under the fence, going up to it, and one of them had a dog. It was a mess. So as a rule of thumb, if there's a fence, it's there for a reason. Don't go over the fence, people. Be good citizens.
Alright guys, so first impressions. I do not like this battlefield as much as the Chickamauga Battlefield.
Which is surprising.
The difficulty here is that you can plug in your GPS, and at least for us, it didn't take us to any visitor center. And where you're actually supposed to go is super confusing.
Yeah.
We ended up just following some random road that we had no clue what was happening.
It's something with
to
a
a
C.
parking lot. And then we just started walking from that parking lot. But there isn't a good like starting point and stopping point, and there really isn't any like good narrative to like what you're seeing. Like with the Chickamauga, you had like the different sites that like explains what happened,
and there was like
and the progressions.
site 1, site 2, site 3. Even though it didn't tell you how to get there exactly, like you still knew that there were like different sites to go to, and they were like little numbers.
Right. But here, there's like no real pattern or description of what you're seeing or where you're going really, and.
Yeah.
I mean, it might help if we knew where the visitor center was.
Yeah.
But like it was like go straight to visitor center, and we went straight, and then we
never saw it.
We're in the middle of town with like waffle houses and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we circled around like a good 3 times. So we really looked for it and we could not find it. But I do think that maybe it would make more sense if we would have started there as opposed to like just kind of starting somewhere.
Right.
But it's very confusing and definitely doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So anyway, first impressions, not as good as the Chickamauga Battlefield.
I agree.
Anyway, yep, there you have it, guys.
We have found a tomb for an unknown soldier. June 2nd, 1864. Wow.
So, following the Civil War, nearly all the Union dead were removed from the battlefields. But this grave was not discovered until 1938.
Wow.
So, like, 60 years later, they found this grave.
Interesting.
Apparently of a Union soldier that no one knew had fallen here.
Huh.
Probably, like, covered with some earth or something, from the battle, and then just was chilling here.
Yeah, so you think that he wasn't actually, like, buried, that he was just, like, kind of left here?
Yeah, that he wasn't actually buried, for sure. It was just...
That's depressing.
Because, like, they piled up all of, like, the dirt and stuff, and in the battle with, like, all the cannon shells and musket stuff, I'm sure a lot of dirt probably fell over him. And then no one knew about him until they were, like, archaeologists were, like, looking at, like, the battlefield and trying to reconstruct it, and they're like, oh, there's a fallen soldier here, so.
That's sad. Poor person. I would hate to, like, not be, like, nobody noticed that I died or anything. That would be very sad. We're at another little crossroads type of thing. So the grave of the unknown soldier, that's where we just were.
And the Illinois Monument.
Which is, and the Illinois Monument is down this way, so that's where we just came from. And, yep. So, now we have to decide which way to go.
Probably towards the activity area.
Okay, so we're going to go right.
Yeah, we're going to go right.
Okay.
Tyler Talk, part 2. So, a lot of these battlefields, at least this one in particular, they want you to pay for parking and, like, pay for admission. It wasn't that way with the Chickamauga Battlefield.
No, Chickamauga, you didn't pay.
Which makes sense, because I feel like if it's part of history, and, like, you're trying to encourage people to learn about history, especially something where it's not, like, a museum and stuff, where you're, like, actually, like, you have...
Yeah, to, like, pay to go, like, if the visitor center was a museum, and you wanted to go and check out that museum, paying for that, I think is fair.
That would make sense. That's fair. But, like, just coming to, like, walk around in nature and to look at, like, the monuments that are there, remnants of our nation's history, it seems weird that they want us to pay to come to this one in particular.
Yeah.
Like, the Chickamauga Battlefield, if you don't have to pay to go to the Chickamauga Battlefield, I don't know why you have to pay to come to the Kennesaw Battlefield, which so far seems to be of less quality.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't think you should have to pay. And it's like the same thing with Stone Mountain. The fact that we had to pay $20 just for parking.
Right.
Then on top of that, if you want to do like the stuff inside of Stone Mountain, you have to pay.
Watch out for the horse
food. You have to pay for, on top of that. And like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit much for being able to just look at something that's a historic, thing that should be just available to the public.
Yeah.
It should be donations.
It's like the Museum of National History or Natural History or whatever, then pay for it. But if it's something like this where you're walking out in nature and it's a battlefield, no, don't pay.
I think we're too far for you guys to see, but there's deer crossing right there.
There should be another one in a second. And there it goes.
Oh my goodness.
As we were walking, I began hunting, and I found something quite interesting. This is where someone slipped and fell. Let's track the blood trail.
feel like I could be just imagining it, but I feel like I smell the blood. It looks very fresh.
The blood was about an hour old, I believe, because it was still a little bit
look,
wet.
Here's a spot.
Yeah. There's some more right there. Where did you see? Oh yeah, there's
right
some
there.
Yeah, right. It's now like an hour, over an hour old, so it's starting to dry up, so it's hard to see. But I spotted this a little while, and I thought I would come back and show you guys. There's some on a mushroom.
Yeah. This person bled like so much. That's scary.
I mean, it was probably a pretty deep cut on their leg from where they slipped.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
There's some right there on that rock. There's some right there on the ground.
Ew, there's a worm. Ooh, it looks like it's stuck.
Anyway, we tracked them for about 100 yards before the blood trail mostly dried up. It was quite interesting.
But that is why we bring like all of our medical stuff, is because if something like that happens, we want to be prepared. And if you want to see what we bring, we actually have a video for it, and we'll link that down in the description below. But that's exactly why we bring it, especially because I'm clumsy and most likely that would happen to me.
Yeah.
So that's why though. Come prepared.
Anyway, hunter status. Tracking the blood trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This trail just brings you right up to somebody's house. So, that's nice. These poor people who live here. I feel for them. Here's where we are now. We just walked across the street over here, came this way, and now I guess we can go this way.
Yeah, we'll walk up here and see what this sign has to say.
I feel like that's just blocking it off for people who like are driving, maybe.
Or horses.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There's a stroller over there, but like nobody around.
Right.
It's like the zombie apocalypse happened. But here is all of this stuff again.
We are here.
Oh.
We parked there.
Yeah.
The Illinois Monument. I mean, they've got a lot of trails.
Yeah, a whole lot.
This was about a mile, I think it said.
Yeah.
So that.
Yeah. I still don't even see like the visitor center on this thing.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
point.
wait, it's all the way up there.
Oh goodness.
Up there. But well, that explains it.
Yeah, and well, and here's that.
This is
main
where
road.
Yeah, this is where we turned onto this Dallas highway. And then we like turned right around here somewhere. Yeah. Anyways.
Huh.
Well, that explains why we couldn't find it, because it told us it was on the old Dallas Highway road. And really, it was all the way up there.
Yep.
Here is the next thing that we're at. I'm impressed that they know, like, the time. That seems not accurate. Well, this is where we are. We haven't filmed in a minute because there's literally been nothing to film. It's just been a walking trail. So I hear water. Oh no, that's just the leaves from the wind. Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't even a battlefield at this point. It's
We haven't seen any like plaques or anything like that in a really long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, I mean, like, what the heck?
Yeah, at this point it's just a trail.
Yeah, just a nature trail.
So
Very disappointed, Kennesaw. Very disappointed.
yeah, we're probably just gonna walk up here another half a mile, then we'll turn around and go back.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with what I've seen. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no real reason in keeping to walk these trails. We came for a battlefield, and it's not.
Yeah. There's nothing to, like, look at. Tyler just looked up and noticed this balloon in the tree. Nature. Just looks so peaceful up there. Leaves are falling. We decided to take a break and sit on a bench and get some water and let the people that were walking in front of us get ahead of us a little bit. I looked down and happened to notice more blood, and now Tyler is searching for the trail again. We're on the trail that we were already on, so it's a different trail than before. But Tyler is now on the hunt to see if he can find the blood trail, because I don't know. He's still going. Oh my gosh. We're walking back where we came from. Sorry, the light's kind of hitting it, but we found this sign that says that the visitor center is 5.75 miles away. So they definitely misled us, but we're about to cross the street again and go back the way we came. So we've are starting to backtrack now, and as we've been backtracking, we've decided to just kind of look down and see if we can keep finding the blood. And like, oh my gosh, it's literally blood. There's more, a huge trail of it. Like, I don't know what happened to this person, but it was clearly a very bad fall or a very bad accident or something, because there is so much blood, and we've seen a couple of like big piles of it. So
might have been from a horse.
Oh, I could see that. A horse, I feel like, would probably make a lot more sense than a person.
A horse could bleed like this and it wouldn't be a big deal.
Exactly. I don't know, but it's crazy. We keep just seeing like lots of it as we're walking. So that's been probably the most interesting part of this walk. It's a little luck bug.
I need a drink. Just kidding.
Oh my goodness, I can't handle you. But yeah, so we're done with our walk now. It wasn't the best. I wasn't really impressed with it, but
it was not impressive. I would not go back there.
I would say the one good thing about it is that there was not as many people as like the previous places that we've been.
Well, there was no parking, but there wasn't as many people walking around.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're not like constantly running into people. So that part is nice. We definitely had more like space to ourselves. But overall, it wasn't great. I kind of want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe we just didn't go to like the right place. But overall, I was not impressed, unfortunately. But we're gonna go home, eat some lunch, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Toodaloo.